A very good morning and selamat pagi, Dr. Abang Rajiv. Thank you. Thank you, Puan Anawatika, for organizing. Okay. And a good morning to all my dear friends. There are many familiar faces over here. Okay. Nordin is a fantastic fella. Many years ago, he got problem from Labuan. He will come to campus to find me. I hormat him. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I am so happy to see Chang. Okay, our dear, very important lady. Okay, we wish you the very best in your coming up, Waiva. Okay, Mark, Safwan, all my dear friends. Okay, so good to see you. Now. Good morning also to Puan Eugenia Ida Edward, our very important coordinator for MOOC and OER. I will just give an overview of actually what PEP is doing, and it's all for the benefit of the academic staff and our main key stakeholders, our students. Okay, so please bear in mind, whatever we are doing here is not increasing work for you, but actually to enhance your academic performance, your academic productivity. At the end of this session, you will value Puan Eugenia even more. Okay, so I will go through all this. Okay, go on please. Yeah, it's a quick one. This is a small team in UMS, Pusat E-Pembelajaran. Our timbalan pengarah is Puan Salmi, who is on the way. Okay. Our coordinator for MOOC and OER is Puan Eugenia Ida Edward. Okay. Our Encik Aminuddin over here, our coordinator for blended learning and training. Zul Fadli, this is a very important help desk for all of us. And Ketua Pentadbir is Encik Wazir, this is Alex, and this is Fazil. We are always available. Always, we mean it. Especially Zul. Thank you. Thank you. Go on. Okay, so our very important executive, our e-learning coordinators, and here we have our Erna Watika. Thank you. Thank you. Go on. Our mission and vision are all aligned to our Malaysian Education Blueprint, aligned to DEPAN, aligned to our KRA in the UMS. So what we want is to have a meaningful and conducive e-learning environment. So should any of us who, for example, Chang come back from USM, and all of us who are exposed to many things going on around in the e-learning environment, if there's a need for us to consider new approaches, please inform us. We are always open, okay? Because different faculty, different institute may have different needs. Okay? Our vision again is to ensure inclusive quality education and to promote lifelong learning. Go on. These are our 7 strategic plan and also our 20 action plan. More details, you just click this and go and explore yourself. Okay, and you can participate in any of them. And I was telling Mark just now, please, we invite actually many more to come in to be a champion in any of these areas. So please come and examine and see which area that you have a passion for. Come, meet us. The platform is actually open to all of us. Okay, go on. Again, whatever we do is actually governed by this. So the Malaysian Education Blueprint and shift number 9, GOL, Globalized Online Learning. So whatever we do in PEP is actually regulated by this. And it's just one of the enabler to bring out the type of graduates that we want. Go on. Again, please go into this and at least glance through DEPAN. This DEPAN is where all our KPI come from. Move on. So the 3 KPI for all public university, blended learning, MOOC, OER, is actually based from DEPAN. Go on. So for example, blended learning, Okay, so we have been doing something called blended learning, pembelajaran teradun, sokongan. We were supported actually by online materials. And the blue line represents the national target. So for 2021-2022, the national target was 60%. UMS among the top in University Awam, 97%. So congratulate yourself. Marvelous job done, marvelous. Okay, go on please. And in PPIB, last semester, 100%. Previous one, 100%. A big clap for yourself. Marvelous. Anawatika, congratulations. Yeah, and all, of course. Yes, definitely. Go on please. Yeah. So again, the pencapaian for PPIB is very impressive. Right from here, all the way shooting up, marvelous. Go on. Okay. The other KPI is the OER. And OER, Open Education Resources, is one of the big agenda in the Ministry of Higher Education for this year and next year, 2023. So you'll be hearing a lot of this coming up. And in PPIB, very impressive, over 70. Okay, so we are expecting this year it will easily 200. Why are we expecting many more to want to volunteer to participate? Because we have already set up a system where you will be rewarded accordingly. Okay, go on. This is our repository. Okay, and it's very robust. Okay, so Eugenia is handling this repository. It is actually supported by Commonwealth of Learning. So they came to actually optimize our system, and whatever that you upload over here is picked up by Google Search and Google Scholar. So what happened to your visibility? It increased. What happened to the visibility of UMS? Increased. So this is the window to the world, to the academic world. So please make use of this. Okay, go on. It's for us. It's for us. Now, this is the good news. This is the wonderful news. All of you, please pay attention. Okay. This is our repository. Whatever you deposit over here, you register in SMPPI. And is your SMPPI, you then register in your ELMPT as a non-indexed publication. So OER is gazetted as a publication, whether it be a video, whether it be an animation, whether it be a script, whether it be an article, as long as it is following the open licensing that afterwards Point Eugenia will just illustrate to you. Just follow those rules and you will be entitled to put them here, and it needs to be verified. So the one that verified is not by PEP but by Penerbit. Just follow the rules set by Eugenia, you will get it through. Okay, please remember, 0.25, if we have 4 OER, if we have 8 OER, which easily you can do, okay? I mean, the value of high impact journal is with you already. Okay, go on please. Another one is MOOC. Okay, and here we have 3, and we are expecting more to participate. So again, Eugenia will show you the way on how whoever that's interested, the forms, the step-by-step are all ready. Okay, she will show you the way. That's what I mean by, Eugenia is so important to the whole university, okay? That she has already prepared the way to make things more user-friendly for everybody to participate. Move on. Okay, so we have the platform, and the platform at the moment, JTMK uses ITEL. Okay, go on. So later on, Eugenia will touch on this. Okay, how to create MOOC, step by step is all there. Okay, move on. Eugenia will touch on this. We have also our videography production team, and Zul is one of them. Faiz, okay, will be helping us to produce your video. So if you're involved in MOOC production, you are given priority. Okay, so quality video can be produced. Go on. So again, MOOC, register in your SMPPI, and in your ELMPT, it is given one MOOC is 1.1, okay, which is equivalent almost to an academic textbook, and it's gazetted. It's gazetted. So grab the opportunity before it becomes more difficult. Okay, now it's available. Okay. Dear colleagues, there are a lot of challenges when we go into using online. Okay, so just now Dr. Rajiv was telling me some of the problems that we face over here. Whatever the materials that we produce in the cognitive domain, it has got to go to the higher order thinking level. How do you do it? There are many who have done it in many innovative ways, and you have been sharing it in actually a place called Telcorp. Okay, go on. Social constructivism paradigm governs and regulates all our activities. So, for example, here, our student, this is the outcome, and within the e-learning environment, within the smart ministry environment, within the ITEL environment, if you set different rules and different division of labor to our students, and then bringing in appropriate tools, it will bring out different kind of outcome. So, what kind of activities, what kind of tools, you are the best person actually to suggest. Okay, okay, go on. A big problem is online engagement. We prefer face-to-face. We can interact with the students. But what about online? So there are challenges. And some of those I've been able to actually go into different activities that bring in different kind of engagement. Cognitive level, or emotional, or behavioral, or agentic engagement. Encik Amin will go into more detail concerning how he make use of the new platform and also different tools and different apps to bring in more interactive interaction between student lecturer, and student content especially. Okay, so these are our challenges. Okay, go on please. We stand upon TPEC model. All of us are the content expert, and then we have our own different styles of teaching and learning, and we bring in the appropriate technology. It is always the type of activities, learning design first, then we think of what tools to bring in. Go on please. This is a very simple illustration done by Alan, where he put the Bloom taxonomy inside here, and then the course learning outcome, the activities, and then the tools that come in. So again, to him, tools must never take the first place. Apps must never take the first place. It is the way that you design your learning. Okay, go on. Let's have a look at the example. So the higher order thinking level, create. So your course learning outcome, what are the verbs that can be used, the activities. Okay. Afterwards, Encik Amin will also touch on this. So what is important is, go on. If you come over to Pusat e-Pembelajaran, which is in FKI level 5, okay, we have a slogan up here: learning design first, technology second. So again, sometimes it is just a paper and pencil that might do the trick, or some other simple approaches. Okay, then you bring in the technology to enhance it. Go on. This is the place, Telcorp, where many of us here have also participated, where you share very short little clips concerning your innovative practices on how you support your student to have active, meaningful learning. To participate, just click on this. You can go to faculty, and then you can see your colleagues are sharing. All faculties are listed there. And then over here is step by step how you can share. Okay, so once you share to us, our Prof TNCA at that point in time, Prof Rashid, will give a personal certificate of appreciation. Okay? Okay, go on please. We have a lot of publication, and please let your student know that come and visit PEP website. Under publication, you can see this also for students guideline. Okay, go on. There was us who are involved in OER, and if you are also have a heart to also produce education resources that meet the need of the OKU, the people who are disadvantaged in this way or that way, then we do have a policy actually to support this. Also, it is available. Okay, go on. So there are different publications. Please visit PEP website. All these materials are for students as well as for us. Okay, go on. And whoever else, that you have a heart to want to produce some materials and you want to publish it, come, discuss with us. We can work together. We can work together. You are the author. Okay. Ever ready assistant. This is a slogan of Zoom. Ever ready. Thank you, Zoo. Thank you. Marvelous. Okay. All right. Go on. Next. Okay. So afterwards, Eugenia there'll be three important sharing. One will be on how to have MOOC and OER. You can fulfill the KPI, but even more than that, how to add more marks to your ELMPT. Okay, so Eugenia will show you the way. Okay, and then after that, we have Encik Amin who will show you how to make use of ITEL, our new platform, version 3 of the MOOC platform. And Puan Sami will our pakar on pembelajaran teradun gantian. So why we are going for it and how to implement it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We are going to show you two video clips. One is a promotion concerning our Green Studio, and then afterwards the launching of the PTG and this one. Okay, please. Got some? Plug in.
Get ready to take your video to the next level with our expert videography services, now available with green screen technology. From product demos to corporate interviews, our green screen technology enables us to seamlessly integrate any background, making your video look professional and polished. The Center for E-Learning, UMS, is proud to announce the launch of the video recording studio, which is currently available for the whole staff of UMS for the express purpose of creating video content for lectures, training, and professional video creation. Here are some example videos that PPG Studio has created.
Hello, and good morning everyone. Salam Malaysia Padanya. I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to this course.
If you have any questions, please email me or Peso at ums.edu.my. See you in the next lesson.
The present shot is just a booking away. Reserve our green screen service today at PPG Studio, UMS.
Yeah. And please remember, this studio is already in operation. It's available for all of us. Okay. For details, you just contact Eugenia and Zoom. Okay. The launching.
learning management system is part of the Digital Learning and Teaching Space Initiative. ITEL at UMS was developed with the joint efforts of the Department of Information Technology and Communication, JTMK, and the Center for E-Learning. Introducing you to our experience new heights of education. Reach out to the most competent and passionate mentors. Great learning experience. Categorized activities or resources. Make it easy for users to add materials according to learning objectives. We will send you a notification to keep you updated. Arrow Editor. Enhanced accessibility for screen readers and keyboard navigation in Moodle's text editor. ITEL. Learn remotely from anywhere.
Okay, and these are all available for every one of us. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to pass the floor now to Eugenia, Amin, and Ponsami. Okay, enjoy this time together. Thank you.
Okay, good morning. So I'm just going to go through very briefly on step-by-step guide on how do you need to apply for your MOOC. If you want to open a course and using MOOC, then it's very easy. Okay, so all right, so you will have to go to our PP website to get the link for MOOC, to register for MOOC. Definitely, you will have to fill in your name, your Pusat, okay? And then after that, Zul will give you a link to develop your MOOC course, okay? So how long? Okay, we will give you an ample of time, 6 months, to develop whatever materials that you want to create, okay? And then we'll have that. You will need to find your reviewers yourself, selected reviewers to review your materials. Okay, in that 6 months time, we will open it up. The time frame is within 6 months, okay? We will open it up. So once you are done, up and ready, and then you'll have to go to the next step, which is another zone. Next. Okay, the next step, you will have to notify us via Erna, okay? You will need to notify us via Erna, okay? So she can, update. So let us know once you've develop your MOOC. We will give your reviewers their surat lantikan, okay? They will get their surat lantikan to review your whole MOOC in ITEL, okay? So after that, only they will give us the feedback, and then we'll get it back to you in the next step. So it's up to you whether you want to put in the reviewer suggestions or any changes that you want to, maybe they give some recommendations to put in something in your MOOC, okay? Then it's up to you. But then you need to get back to us what changed, okay? So after that, then you will get your status, whether your MOOC is already published, up and running, so that you can share it with your students. For now, our MOOC is only for internal, okay? JTMK is doing their best to prepare the template for the public, okay? Because, how do you say? We are currently using our server, UMS server. So that is what JTMK is preparing for us to do, okay, to park our MOOC here in UMS. Because other universities, they are parking their MOOC courses in open learning, okay, outside server. Okay, so we are trying our best to put it within UMS, okay, so that it can be available and open to public. Okay, for now, it's for our students only. The courses that we are developing, they are for our students only, for now. Okay, so we will have to wait 2 to 3 months for it to be open to public. Okay, maybe JTMK is ready by then. Okay, this is for security reason, yeah, because we want our MOOC to be parked inside UMS. Okay, let's go to my slide. So today, I just want to tell you very briefly on what should you put in your MOOC. What's the minimum requirement to have MOOC? Okay, so next. So I'm going to touch on a bit of how do you need to create a MOOC, the content for MOOC, and also the license that you need to put in. Okay, so get to know the application that is just now, the infographic. Okay, I will share with Erna. Okay, next. Okay, step-by-step guide. Next. Okay, landing page is what the whole MOOC or other universities are using as laman promosi. This is the way for you to promote your course. Okay, so what do you need to have in this landing page? So your course information should include course synopsis. Okay, it should include course synopsis, your learning outcome. Towards the end of this course, what can the students learn? Okay, bear in mind, whatever you want to open in MOOC, not necessary that you have to have your full-time courses to put in MOOC. It can be other things, okay? It can be other things, skills, okay? All right, so duration, minimum for UMS, minimum 4 weeks. Minimum 4 weeks or 4 topics, minimum. It can go up to 14 weeks or 14 topics, okay? So you want to have 5 weeks of course, okay, up to you. 6, okay, doesn't matter, okay? So just as long as you fulfill that 4 topics or 4 weeks, then you can have your MOOC, okay? So the level, you need to indicate what level is this course for, okay? Maybe it's for beginner, okay, intermediate, or advanced students or advanced learners, okay? So fee for now, for our students, free, FOC, okay, for our students. When it's open to public, we have yet to decide on the charges yet, okay? And then come up with image of the course if possible, okay? So that we can have that headline for your course. Okay, next. All right, so what I'm trying to use is to review or take a look at other MOOC courses available in Malaysia, okay? So what I refer to or from is from Putra MOOC, which is in open learning, okay? So they park their MOOC in open learning, okay? So this is how it looks like, okay? So for them, 4 weeks is still their minimum requirement to open a MOOC, okay? And then they put in how long you can finish up this course. They put in 8 hours. So we can know that in 1 week time, it's only 2 hours time for you to actually learn, okay? So total of 8 hours of length of time. But okay, you can go for yourself and experience it yourself because I've gone through this one, okay? So there's a short video to actually introduce the course, okay? This video, you can do it on your own. It can be in the form of Canva, okay? So you can do that. It is only like 30 seconds to 1 minute introduction video, okay? All right, next. Okay, so main page is what you see at the top of your iTel or Smart V3. Okay, the first block is the greetings. Okay, you need to put in your greetings. Okay, let's say, welcome everybody. I'm looking forward to have you as my student for this course. Okay, yeah, you need to have your greetings in main page, the first block on top. And then you need to put in your information, okay? It can be in a form of video or it can be in the form of something like this, okay, PPT. Okay, so they can just click, click, click and get to know you. All right, so teaching schedule, if you have any face-to-face schedule that you need to meet up with that students, okay, with the particular students, just say you are available at this time and you can go online via this link. Okay, you can have that if you want. Okay, but previously during our roadshow, the previous years, Dr. Kenneth keep on mentioning, saying that don't go and do face-to-face if possible. Okay, because we have our burden already. Okay, preferably to have asynchronous. Most of the tasks should be asynchronous. Okay, so introduction video, just like what I have shown you just now in Putra MOOC, all of their courses, they have a very short description about their course in the form of video. Okay, so you can have that 30 seconds to 1 minute video. Okay, and then you can have your ice breaking. It can be up to you. You can put it in Padlet form. Okay, get to know your students, who are the ones who are participating in your course. Okay, get to know your students. Or it can be in the form of face-to-face. Okay, so you can meet up with them. But again, I encourage people to have synchronous courses. Okay, all right, next. Okay, so I told you just now, minimum 4 weeks or 4 topics, because some lecturers, they prefer to call their course by topic, and some prefer to call it by week 1, week 2, week 3, okay? So minimum 4, okay? So maximum you can go up to 14, but not more, okay? So learning outcomes, you need to mention the learning outcomes for this week. What will they be able to do, okay? So within these 2 hours, you will know what to do, okay? So that one you need to mention. Next. Okay, course content, all right? So the course content, every week or every topic you will need to produce your own video, okay, explaining about that particular topic or that particular week, what do they need to learn. So this video should be in the form of 3 to 4 minutes, okay? Maximum, you can go up to 10 minutes, but do not go more than that, okay? All right, so 3 to 4 minutes, original video from you, okay, not from YouTube, okay? Make sure it's from you. You can embed your video from YouTube, definitely, but make sure it's you, all right? So at the end of the video, you must have the information of you, okay, the presenter or developer. Who else developed that content with you? Share their names, okay, towards the end of the video. And make sure there's no sensitivity on things that you need to touch on, such as politics, religions, or racist remarks even. Okay, so you will need to have this disclaimer alert, okay, in any parts of your MOOC, okay? Maybe you can put at the beginning or towards the end of your course, okay? So all works feature should use Creative Commons license, not only for MOOC, also OER, Creative Commons license, no copyright things to be published in MOOC or in OER, okay, no, okay? Whatever published work outside, do not put it as yours in MOOC or OER. Okay, next. Okay, activity. Since we have minimum requirement of 4 weeks or 4 topics, there should be at least 1 activity for each week or each topic. This activity can be in the form of website. For example, I don't know about you guys, but for English courses or classes, we have a lot of additional materials that students can explore themselves. Okay, it's free and available online. So we just embed that link, ask students to try out. Or you can put in Kahoot games, okay, where you don't need to monitor them most of the time. So these are the activity that you need to put in, okay? At least one for each week. Assignment, it can be topical quiz, okay? Assignment, not the assignment that you have in full time. Assignment, the ones that graded automatically. Assignment that can be graded automatically, that is what I encourage everybody to do. Okay, so you don't need to put in essay, assignment. So you need time to mark them. Okay, so I encourage everybody to come up with assignment that has 10 items of quiz. Okay, for assignment, just as long towards the end they can actually learn something from your course. Okay, next. So we have a rubric. That will be shared for those who are developing their MOOC. You will need to have extra reading or extra activity reading, okay? It can be in the form of YouTube, that is not yours, but make sure they are CC licensed, okay? They have the CC license for you to share and to pack it in your MOOC, okay? So you can put in extra reading, wiki, for example, you can just put in, okay? All courses should prepare additional reading materials, okay? Just additional, not yours, okay? So towards the end or every week, you can also put in reference acknowledgement. You can do so by labeling them, okay? Because later your reviewer will have a look and tick the criteria that is needed to publish a MOOC, okay? So you need to have reference acknowledgement. It can be one time towards the end, or it can be weekly, okay? All right, next. Okay, Creative Commons. This is the license that I'm talking about, okay? So next. There are 4 images that you need to remember, and CC is the one that you need to look out for. Okay, so CC, BY, okay, the first icon, CC BY, you need to always credit my work. Okay, have me in when you use my material. Okay, CC BY. And then you can see the strike, okay, with money sign, okay. So use it, but don't make money out of my material. You can use it for free, share it to your students, but do not sell it. Okay? You cannot sell my material. Okay? So equal means you share my material, the same thing. Whatever I say A, you need to copy A. Duplicate. Do not change anything. Okay? That is what the symbol signs for. Share alike means you need to share my license the same, but my material you can change. Just don't change the license. You can copy, you can change my materials, you can change the sentences, up to you, but do not change my license. If I put my license as CCBY share alike, and the license should be the same. Okay, you cannot change it CCBY non-commercial share alike. No, cannot. Okay, all right, next. Okay, so the top 3 is what I usually ask everybody to use. Public domain, it's for public domain. CCBY, attribute the author. CCBY share alike. Okay, these are free license. These 3, top 3, free license. But this one, the second part, they're not free. It's not, they are still free to share, okay? But it's just that they don't allow you to commercialize, means when you do your MOOC and you want to charge people by participating, okay? So down there, very restrictive, okay? So this one, we want to encourage people to develop our content, our materials. So derivative doesn't allow that. Derivative doesn't allow that. So we don't want this to be inside our MOOC or our OER even. Okay, so this one copyright cannot avoid. Okay, so as you can see on the side, on this side, you can see that you can copy, you can even change some content, and you can even sell it. Okay, that top 3. Okay, down here, you can copy and change only, but you cannot put it as part of your MOOC. Okay, cannot. I don't encourage, because later on maybe you decide to, hey, maybe I want to charge my participants when they ask for their certificate. That's wrong already. Okay, so this one you can only copy. No changes. Okay, all right. So I think that's it for my part. Do you have any questions?
Does the author, determine exactly the conditions of the distribution of their material? So each individual, as the author, the owner of the work, determines exactly all those conditions.
Yeah, that's why you need to have to look out for that Creative Commons license before you share your material. We have, in the whole world, they have their own repository, just like UMS. You can have that and put it in your MOOC, but only you need to look out for their CC license as well. Because all OER, they share using Creative Commons license. They don't use copyright or published work. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Do you want to add up, Prof?
Yeah, I think what Mark is saying is very important. If we look at this Google search, which is the most popular search engine, and can we just go into Google search? Yeah, just Google search. Okay, and just type in something, butterfly. Okay, example, you are looking for some images. Everything here by default are copyrighted. Okay, but if you go to image, and then you look at something called tools, T-O-O-L-S. Okay, click it. Yeah, you can see something there, and you can click Creative Commons. So there are many websites that are promoting CC license materials for us to use freely. The main difference between a copyrighted and CC license is this: anything that is on the internet by default are copyrighted. Before you use them, you must get the approval. You must get the permission, written permission from the author. Okay. If by using CC, it means you can use it without seeking permission. The permission already granted to you. Go ahead, use it, as long as you cite me. Thank you.
Sorry, if you just see any image while you're searching, you think, I want that, or want that, or want that one.
Yes.
You say, I want that one.
Yes.
How do you approach the owner?
Okay.
Where's
Yeah.
the owner information?
Okay. Okay. Click any of them. Click any of them. Click Sabi or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. For example. Okay. Let's say. Okay. There you are.
That one's comments, is it?
Yeah. Okay. So again, those that are under CC, you do not have to inform the author. The approval has been given. So you just have to cite, the name of the author, the year, the website, and then the CC license.
But if it's not CC, all the author information is given. If you need to contact them personally,
Yeah, you can contact
if it
them.
belongs to an individual, you have to contact that individual personally.
Yeah, if you.
You can write them an email.
Yes, yes.
Dear, hello, I'm just doing this for the kids. No money will change hands. I love you. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
For you to put in your PPT, go ahead and use. But if you want to pack in MOOC or OER, then you have a problem. Yeah. So for your class purpose, yeah, go ahead. But not MOOC and OER.
So again, there's another place. So there are many places, which later on Regina will share.
Yeah. Okay. Copy creativecommons.org. Okay, so how do you need to get the license? Hey, I want to create something and it's original from me. Okay, I want to create the license. Okay, so you don't need to copy paste from other website. You just have to click on creativecommons.org, and then click on share your work. Okay, so once you click on that, share your work, you will be directed to here, and then you click on get started. Choose the license, get started. Okay, so license features. So how do you want your materials to be shared? Allow adaptations to your work to be shared? Yes, no, or yes, as long as other people share alike. So you just click, they will change. Click, 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 they will change. Okay? So it is from here that you know what kind of license that you have. Okay? Alright, so what you need to do, copy paste this and put it in your paper. Okay? Put it right down there on your paper. So you will have that. Okay? So you don't need to go in Google and I want to find this license. No. Go to creativecommons.org, share your work from there, and then you get this. Okay? Up to your, what do you decide? You want people to share your materials to be like that, but do not park in OER. If you don't allow people to change your work, don't park in OER. Okay? So if you want to share poster of your original work, images, you can put it in OER so that people don't need to contact you to get the permission. Yeah, because we know that OER is free to share and free for people to use it as they want. Okay? So I think that's about it. Okay, so I'll pass this to Professor.
Thank you, Puan Eugenia. Thank you. So, Dr. Abang Rajiv, you see how important Puan Eugenia is actually to UMS. Okay, able to help you get marks for LMPT, for OER as well as for MOOC, and it's uncapped, uncapped. Okay, so please grab the opportunity and make the best of it. We mean it. Now, I have another official matter to attend to. So, Dr. Abang Rajiv, I'm going to leave it to Encik Aminuddin to take care of the other two sessions. Puan Sami also got another thing on, so she was not able to make it now. But Encik Aminuddin will take over. Okay? We have, before I leave, I think I will just make a very important announcement. Okay? The very important announcement that I'm going to make now will be, there will be a memo officially coming from Pejabat Naib Chancellor. And that is, number one, starting from next semester, our official platform will be ITEL. So which means the Smart UMS V3 is still there, but it will not be optimized. It will be slower. The one that's very fast, optimized, will be ITEL. So that's number one. We are using ITEL. Afterwards, Encik Amin will show you and you will love it. Okay, it's very easy to use. Number two, concerning the pembelajaran teradun gantian with the new table 4, it will be only fully implemented next session, not next semester. So next semester, you are COCO still regulated by the 1732. Okay, so please relax over that matter. Okay. And again, the official announcement will come from the Office of the Vice Chancellor. Thank you, everybody. I pass it to Encik Aminuddin.
Assalamualaikum, good morning. It's good to be back in PPIB. To see all my friends, Mark, Wendy, and there are a few other faces that is very familiar. Right, it's been like, I don't know when was that, Mark, the last time that I was here. Right, anyway, before I start with the introduction to ITEL and implementation, And thank you for the coffee. It was nice, very nice coffee. And right, what we are in right now is we are using Smart UMS version 3. So Smart UMS version 3 is actually from Smart 2 UMS, something like that. And now we are using Smart UMS version 3. But starting from next semester, we are not using Smart UMS version 3 anymore. So please forget about Smart UMS version 3. Okay, so because we are migrating totally to ITEL. Right. In the previous, before we move to Smart UMS version 3, it's quite simpler because most of the data, most of the content that we have in Smart UMS 2 can be easily transferred to Smart UMS version 3. Right, so now there are two different, hi, long time no see. So now we have two different platforms. One is Smart UMS version 3, the existing one, and another one is ITEL. So these are two different platforms, meaning to say they are processes that you need to do before you transfer all your content, all your data and everything from Smart UMS version 3 into the ITEL platform. So we are developing that for you, the easy 7 steps for you, and don't worry about that one. What? Okay. So what you need to know is, and really understand is, there is no more 1732. Okay? So we are moving towards 40, 40, 20. Okay, this is a different way of calculation. Don't worry, we are in this together. So if we PEP make it difficult for you, meaning we are also in difficulty. So we don't want to get in trouble. So we are making sure that everything is simple. Okay, so don't worry about that one. So what you have learned, what you have done, all your schema in Smart UMS version 3 can be used in ITEL. That is most important thing that you want to know, I'm sure. Okay, there is no trick, no nothing, no something new, no nothing. It's just the same icon, the same file, the same folder, the same quiz, the same everything. You can find all those in ITEL. It's just a different platform, meaning to say we are moving from this taman to another taman, a new house. We bring all our furniture and put it there. All right, you still can use your sofa. Okay, something like that. All right. Okay, let's move on, please. Okay, this is what I've been talking about just now. So we are moving from 1732 to 40, 40, 20. 40, 40, 20 refer to 40%, 40%, and 20%. 40% your digital content. I use the word digital content here, yeah? 40% activity, the teaching and learning activity, and 20% assessment. Well, in 172, forget about this one. We don't want to talk about this one. So we are moving in this one. Right. So this is what or how basically the ITEL will look like. If you have not registered your course into ITEL, please do so with Puan Ernie. Make sure that you give your code and your full name to Puan Ernie, and everything done. Elna, sorry. Ernie, someone else. You are Elna. Right. Sorry, Elna. Right. So, ITEL, what can you find in ITEL, or what ITEL should look like, or what your LMS should look like? They should have digital content, they should have teaching and learning activities, and they should have e-assessment. 3 important components in your ITEL. So it sounds like familiar like what you did before in your Smart UMS. But I stress on the digital content here because it needs to be digitalized. Everything has to be digitalized. And of course, when it comes to digital content, there are interactive activities and all those things. Maybe we can go, if we have time, we can go about that later on. Move on. Okay. Here comes the 40-40-20. Prof. Fong has made announcement just now that the PTG will not be implemented next semester, but in the coming session. Whatsoever, we are here to inform you what will happen in the next session when PTG is implemented. PTG is Pembelajaran Teradun Gantian, substitution blended learning, something like that. Okay, right, we have 30, 40, 50. Don't worry. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 79% can be implemented online without you being in the class with your students. It has been endorsed, it has been diluluskan dengan kebenaran oleh Senat. Okay, so you can do that. But if you have 30% is the requirement. The same like Smart UMS where we have 1732. But I am sorry to say this, what we've been practicing before in Smart UMS 1732, if we are away, we tend to put everything in our Smart and our student will assess that and then it's considered as okay. But actually it's not okay. There is no guideline found in UMS say that we can replace our class 30%. So what we did before, so just forget that. That is why I say forget Smart UMS. Okay? What we did was wrong. Okay? What we did was wrong. So we are having this PTG. PTG is legal. You can do it now. Okay, we can do it now. Meaning to say we can be away from our class for 30%. 30% is equal to 36 hours of our SLT and that is equal to 4 weeks. Right. Meaning to say when PTG is implemented, it is you have to be away for 4 weeks. Okay? Because you need to implement this 30%. Understand what I'm saying? We have 14 weeks, right? You need to be with your student only for 10 weeks. The 4 weeks you can be away. You have to be away. Please be away. Okay, from your students. 4 weeks. You can choose any of this week. You can plan you have to plan very well. I'm sorry to say that. You have to plan very well because this 4 weeks has to be in your table 4. It needs to be indicated in your table 4. We know that table 4 must be endorsed by the KP and by the faculty TDAA and all those things. So that is why it has to be earlier. Plan well. Before Raya, after Raya, there you have 3 weeks away. 1 week for conference and another week a holiday with my kids. So there you have 4 weeks. You can be away for 4 weeks. Okay? This is coming session. Yes, Wendy. Okay, good question. If this falls under public holidays, this public holiday, we cannot conduct class on the public holiday. We cannot conduct class on public holiday. That is very clear cut. So any public holiday is an off. So students should be away from their classes. We cannot conduct class on the public holiday. So, but if that week, if that particular week, let's say Monday to Friday, the Wednesday is a public holiday and we have class on the Wednesday, probably you can turn that whole week as the PTG.
Submission.
Yes.
Submission.
Okay. Right, so that whole week will be your PTG. Right, in your ITEL, you must indicate that is PTG. So there is a different thing. So that your student knows that there is PTG and during the first week of course introduction, you have to tell them there will be 4, you have to explain about PTG lah. Okay, there will be 4 weeks that they will learn on their own because there is the requirement of flexible learning, blah, blah, blah. according to KRA this, KRA that, and then KPI this and KPI that. Right. Okay? Okay, so about the 30% here, this is based on the 3 credit hours. I'm not so sure, do you have 2 or 4? You have 2 credit hours. So the calculation is a little bit different than this one. Okay? This is just an example that I'm giving you for 30% for courses with 3 credit hours. 30%. Okay, before I move to that one, the dean, the kedekanan, we are not the one who are imposing you must use only 30%. We are suggesting 30% because 30% is the requirement. But you can go 40 or 50 or even 79% with dekan approval. So all these things need to be settled and decided by the dekan how much the percentage that the PPIB will go about. So a little bit sharing here. What we've been practicing will be practiced in FPP. I'm from FPP. So 30% is fixed for everyone. So none of us can go to 40 or 50 or even 79. Okay? And this is also, if I'm not mistaken, FPEP is also practicing the same thing. So everybody go for 30%. 40, the rest 40 and 50 is stopped. We are not allowed 60%. Okay? So meaning to say the balance of this 20% is allocated to those with jawatan. Like timbalan dekan and penyelaras there or whatever, whoever. Lantikan VC. Okay? But that also come with letter lah. We have to write letter to ask for permission from dekan, and dekan say, okay, fine, you can have 50%. So everybody has to go with 30. Right. That one is at the PPIB level lah. Okay. So 14 learning materials, 14 hours of learning material, 14 hours of learning activities, and 8 hours of e-assessment has to be conducted within the 4 weeks time. Okay, so 30% PTG, this is how the calculation is look like, 30% plus 120 hours. We have 120 hours for 3 credit hours. So these are the things that we need to think of or plan for. Digital content, 40% learning material equal to 14 hours. You can have video. Make sure that you have only 10 minutes video. The duration of your video is only 10 minutes because 10-minute video is equal to 1 hour SLT. Okay? So don't provide or don't upload more than 10 minutes video. Okay. Now about the 10 minutes video. How do we go about with this 10-minute video? 10-minute video doesn't mean one video duration of 10 minutes. It could be 2 minutes, 3 minutes, blah, 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 how. It's up to you. Okay? So we suggest that to have one 10-minute video uploaded for the student is not advisable because they tend to move it forward. So they will miss a lot of information in the video. So try to get like 3 minutes or 2 minutes and a half or 2 minutes video. I tend to move forward some of the video as well as if it's 10 minutes. Oh, okay, it ends now. But for students, for the educational video, the student will definitely miss some of the important information. Right. So there is a way of, if you are using video, there is a way of implementing video. By in one video, you can have like a few minutes of video and then questions, and then they have to complete the questions, and then the video will play the next part of the video. If they do not complete the question, the video won't play. There are ways of doing that. Okay, we can come here again and do the hands-on workshop on that if you are interested. Right, so these are the things that is possible for you to include in your digital content, the lecture notes. So this is what we've been doing in Smart UMS. Smart UMS has become the dumb site. So we are trying, has become the dumb site. So we are trying to avoid that from happening in the ITEL. That is why we are trying to control all these things. Why I'm saying that it become a dumb site? Because most of us, not all of you here, but some of us, there are a few that we have discovered, just put everything inside there. All the notes, 300 over notes, 300 over input in the Smart UMS. What are those things? When I went into, I don't know, oh my God, if I were the student, I don't know which one to read. 300 over input in one semester. Goodness. If you were the student, would you read all 300 input? Definitely not. Not even one or two. I'm lazy to read. I don't like reading. So am I going to bother about that? No way. That's it. No more Smart UMS. So that is why when you look at the rate of participation in your Smart UMS, that is very low. So we're not going to make it happen again in ITEL. So you have to increase your student engagement in ITEL. How to do that? By changing it into digital content, by having an interesting TNL activity. What are these TNL activity? You can choose just a few. Kumo Space, forum, chat, you can find it in ITEL resources and other social media. Telegram, WhatsApp, to name two. You can include that in ITEL. Flipgrid, and of course, gamification. Okay? Right, e-assessment. E-assessment, don't get panicked when it comes to e-assessment. You have to have 4 e-assessments. E-assessment doesn't mean summative. It could be formative as well. Okay, meaning to say it should, if you have quiz that you will not calculate the marks at the end of the semester, it's fine. It's just meaning to say you are using formative e-assessment to increase the student awareness or knowledge in that particular topic. You can just give like 3 questions with yes and no questions, with yes and no answers. Right, assignment. Of course, we have assignment. As long as you use the icon, the assignment icon, so it can be considered as you already used that one. And of course, workshop. If you're not familiar with workshop can also be used as one of the e-assessments. So meaning to say you have 4, right? For the 30%. So one, maybe 2 quizzes, 1 assignment, or 1 workshop, or 2 quizzes, 2 assignments. So there you go. You completed the PTG requirement for the audit. Right? So we move to the next one. Okay, the strategy. How do we go about with this PTG 30% for the 3 credit hour course? So this is what I suggest. We have PTG1, PTG2, PTG3, and PTG4. Remember, 4 weeks. This PTG1, 2, 3, and 4 needed to be highlighted or indicated in your table 4 which topic that will be PTG, because you will put the hours there. Your new table 4 will have a column where you need to indicate that which topic, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. There are calculation on that one. Okay, so you only need 1. I never use this one. I never reveal this trick before. If you are moving into PTG, we are moving into PTG. If you are thinking about developing your MOOC 4 weeks is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You achieve your MOOC, and at the same time, you also have your comply with your PTG. PTG is compulsory. You need to come up with all these 4 weeks whatsoever. But at the same time, if you're smart enough, you can use all this as your MOOC as well. Okay? So, I never said that in other faculties before. Okay? Right. So, this is what I mean by just now. 111 is just the minimum requirement. You can go up to maybe 2. If you decided to have 2 videos, for example. One video 3 minutes, another video 3.5 minutes. So it's about 1 hour, more or less. Okay, and one lecture notes. We have not came up with the numbers like lecture notes, how many lecture notes equal to what hours and all those things yet. But we will come up with that one. We'll figure out and how that calculation would be. Right, if you are looking carefully here, by calculating the hours of SLT, this one is equal to 3.5 hours. This one is equal to 3.5 hours, and this one is equal to 2 hours e-assessment. 2 hours e-assessment doesn't mean that the student has to be there for 2 hours. Okay? If we are giving like 5 questions, multiple choice question with 4 options, that is 1 hour. Okay? So plus another, let's say, just assignment, something like that, so that's 1 hour. So you comply that. So you don't have to worry much about this thing. Okay, as long as you have that. Don't worry so much about how many hours that my student will sit on it, will sleep with it, and all those things, okay? So just go on with this one. Let those numbers stay in your table 4. Okay, so this is more on the practical aspect. All right, so Zul. Okay, so as I have mentioned earlier, this is a chart, the resources or activities that you are going to get from your ITEL. Exactly the same thing that you got from your in your Smart UMS 3. But one icon is missing, which is synopsis. Okay, synopsis icon is not there. So that is why it's either we are going to add that synopsis or we are doing something else to replace our course synopsis. I will show you how I replace that course synopsis later in my LMS, ITEL LMS. Okay, about this one, it is more interesting because they are color-coded. Different than what you got in your Smart UMS version 3. So these colors are blue, representing the digital content. Okay, so it's easier for us to remember. All the blue and all the green and the orange are for teaching and learning activities, while the pink, 3 pinks here, are for the e-assessment. Okay, all right. If we are right now, there are a few blues. There are a few blues in the activity. So we try to sort that thing with JTMK later, if possible. Okay. If you click on the activities here, you will see there are few blues along with the green and the orange. Okay. So we try to sort that thing so that everything is color-coded easily and nicely. Right, so we move on to the next one. This is what has been introduced by Prof. Fong earlier, but this is actually, it helps us to understand more on the, about this, create, remember, understand, apply, analyze, or evaluate, which of these that we are using in our classes. And these are the words, the action word that we are using in our objective. And here are the activities that we can do, and these are the platforms that we can use as our activities, as our assessment, or our digital content. All you need to do is just click on Alan Carrington, ALLANCARRR. Alan with double L, Carrington. Okay, so once you type Alan Carrington, the pedagogy wheel will definitely come out, and you can work from there. Okay, it makes things much easier. Right, so can we move to, okay, before I end that part, is there any questions for me? Yes, please.
Assessment, is it still the same policy that you can use other platforms? Like last time Smart UMS, you can use other platforms, you don't have to use this platform?
May I know what platform that you are using?
Teams.
Okay, you can use that one, but embed in ITEL. Okay, you can use whatever platform that you want to use. There are a lot of platforms in the world, around this world. Okay, there are a lot of free and paid, or you have to pay platform. Okay, that you can search in the internet. They are everywhere. But once you work on that one, you bring that one back into your ITEL, so that your ITEL will be hub for your course. All right, I will explain more about that one later. Right, so we keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we are curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. So as a human being, we are full of curiosity. We are not cats. We are human beings. Right, so we move on to
Sorry, I have one question. This is regarding the assessment. Because, for example, as our course in English, we have proficiency courses, advanced courses, and then one course is taught by different lecturers. So I want to know, the e-assessment is actually the one that we have to follow, the assessment for the course, or each lecturer or teachers who's going to teach it can create their own e-assessment?
Right, thank you very much. Good question. Okay, when it comes to e-assessment, there are two things that we have to remember. I do aware that there are part-timer lecturers coming in, okay? That you have the outsiders, other people coming in and teach our student here. Okay, number one, they need to comply. They have to use ITEL. They have no choice, okay? Because they are paid to use ITEL. Okay, so they have to use ITEL. So number two, when they are using the assessment and we are using the assessment, so assessment, as I have mentioned earlier, it comes in two forms. One is summative and one is formative. So for the formative, if you are using formative form, you can use any assessment, whatever it is that you think of. Okay, just to increase our student knowledge or understanding of the topic. Okay, so one is come to the summative aspect. Well, you can still use ITEL, the quiz, like what we did before in Smart UMS as your midterm exam and things like that. You can just put it there. You can use the quiz, the same thing, no difference.
But you don't necessarily have to use it, right?
Hmm?
You don't have to necessarily have it in the ITEL.
Okay, right. So it's advisable that you take the platform and embed it in the ITEL. Okay.
Different lecturers that have different e-assessment for their PhD.
Yep. Okay. It's up to your creativity. You are the master of your course. Who am I to say no? You did it wrong. You should use that icon, not the icon. No, it's not me. It's not us from PEP. It's none of us here could say that, because you know your course very well. Okay. Right. So a little bit on the implementation. Kita pergi yang the next slide tu. Yang bawah dia. Ya, kejap. Yang bawah dia. Yang bawah dia. Yang lepas ni. Yang implementation tu. Bukan keluar daripada sini. Yang bawah. Okay. I would like to share with you this part is actually isn't meant to be for this morning, but I think I need to show this. Right, how we are, since there are questions regarding that one. So how are we going to use the interactive computer mediated technology, or ICMT, in the ITEL? So this is how we could increase our student participation, engagement in ITEL, because we need them to use ITEL. We need them to log in ITEL every week. Okay, you need to make sure that happens. Okay, so this is the way, right? Zul? Okay, so what is interactive computer mediated technology, blah 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 thing, but the thing here is, what I like to highlight here is, this technology can include a wide range of tool and platform. It can be any tool, it can be any digital platform at all, okay, such as learning management system, In this case, our LMS is iTel. Social media platform, WhatsApp, Telegram, visual reality tools, and video conferencing software, including that we have Teams lah, apalah, all those things lah. Google Meet lah, Zoom lah. This is what it meant. Right. So, please click here, Zul. Okay. One that icon will click, so you will be brought here. Realizing the promises, how can education technology improve learning for all? Scroll bawah. Okay, I'd like you to listen to this one, please. It's just a short video, about 4 minutes video. How do you feel when you are listening to this 4 minutes video?
What we wanted to do in this piece is really to try and hone in on the potential of education technology for leapfrogging learning across the world, and in particular in developing countries. As in many sectors, there's been much optimism around the promise of education technology, and when it first started, there was the expectation that it would
imagine this is you talking to your student, recorded 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
would have access to a device, they would learn almost instantaneously. The evidence has shown that that's not been the case, but my co-authors and I posit that, while EdTech alone is not a magic bullet, it can complement teaching and learning when it is used smartly, let's say. And we argue for a simple yet surprisingly rare approach to education technology that seeks to understand the needs, infrastructure, and capacity of a school system, that surveys the best available evidence to identify interventions that will match those conditions, and that closely monitors how this intervention is taking place and adjusts in real time to make sure that when they're scaled up, they have the expected result. We also argue, and we base a lot of the work in this playbook on an old but very important framework that two prominent education researchers in the United States, Deborah Ball and David Cohen, first put forth in 1999, where they argued that a lot of the failed efforts in school reform in the United States had to do with the fact that they had not really thought through carefully how the interventions would affect what they coined the instructional form, meaning the interactions between learners, educators, and content, or teachers, students, and content. And we see the evidence from developing countries with many of the efforts that have not really yielded the results they expected on educational technology on distance learning. Similarly, we find that in fact they...
Shall I stop it there? It's a little bit boring, right? It's just 2 minutes over. Okay? Stop. This is just 2 minutes over. Okay? 2 minutes and 36 seconds. So imagine that you have 10 minutes video for your students. Okay, that's what I mean. Okay? So make sure that your video that can be as short as possible, or if you embed or you find any videos from the YouTube, make sure that it's not like 3 minutes over. Because it's, I can't have it to, I can't have it to tell Zul, can you stop it? Right. Okay, so, hold on. Okay, so another way is, I have this one, everyone very familiar with this one. So let's click on that one. Oh, I need to log in. Right. Anyway, once you boleh log in, Zul. Don't be afraid to use GPT in your class, because there are universities been using this one. Okay, right. So let's start the advantages list ataupun just advantages of computer mediated technology. LOGY. Okay. So, computer mediated technology, speed and efficacy, access to the information, connect CMT, convenient CMT, sorry, increase productivity, cost effective, flexibility, improve accessibility. 7. They gave a 7. So, what am I doing? Am I trying to tell you that ICMT is not good? No, I am actually trying to demonstrate to you how to use interactive classroom. This is interactive teaching. This is how I use my ITEL. I work from the ITEL. From the very beginning just now, I'm using ITEL. Okay? I didn't use other platform. I work all these things, the video just now, and the AI, this AI is generated from my ITEL platform. So my ITEL is the hub of my course. So all my students do is just go into ITEL, log into ITEL, and we have the lesson together. That's what I am doing this semester, because ITEL has been implemented this semester for 4 of us. We are the guinea pig actually. Okay, right. So balik masuk ITEL saya.
Sorry, where did that answer come from?
That one, the answer?
Is that your answer?
No, that is AI answer.
From, oh, I see, it's an alter.
That was AI answer. We asked the question just now, the advantages of computer mediated technology.
So this is the app that students are using to write their essays.
This is, now you know that. This is where it comes from. But it can be checked actually, either the word is from the AI or not. There are apps to check that one. Okay, so we have all these things. This is how we can actually work. They cannot argue, you don't know anything. We know so many things from AI. Right? Okay, so what I like to share with you here is how my ITEL looks like. Okay? Right, go to my ITEL zone. PA 20503. PA 20503. Okay, so I would like to share with you how I work on my ITEL LMS. Okay, so this is my course, one of my course, PA 20503, Children in Trouble Family for this semester. Right, so as usual, in the ITEL, we have this. Okay, this is the icon. Turn editing on. Without click on this one, we cannot work anything at all. Right. So as the student log into my ITEL, they see this announcement. This announcement, actually, I can make it work in many ways. It can just like moving like that also can, but this is still. Since this course is hybrid, my course is hybrid, one of the 4 courses in UMS is legally hybrid, because I have students from Indonesia and Vietnam. Right, so they are going into this WebEx every week. So my student here in FPP, they are also can go into WebEx every week. I have class session with them like this, or I can be away, because I can do that. My course is legally able to do that. Okay, so meaning to say, during my class, when I'm delivering my content, If my students feel tired of looking at me, they can just look at my ITEL. Okay, so this is how the page should look like. So this is the introduction. Remember, there is no synopsis icon anymore. Okay, this is how I turn the synopsis icon, the course synopsis, the course into this one. I have all in here. Okay, so they can just go in here anytime they like. Okay, this is a little bit about the course. I put it in more interesting way instead of just paper, black and white. And then my rubric. This is my rubric. It is unfair for the student not knowing how their marks come from. Okay? So, for example, I have 3 assignments: digital poster, digital portfolio, or presentation. Let's go to the digital poster. Right. So, this is my rubric for the digital poster. So they can just, if they feel that 10 is too much for them, too heavy for them to carry, well, they just look here. 1 or 2, they can choose which mark that they want. Okay. Also, 10 is too heavy for me, it's too much for me. So I decided to just only have 1 mark for this assignment. So they just refer no interest in exploring issues. So it's okay, right? So they have made their choice. We gave empowerment to our students, right, Zul? The same goes to the other 2, portfolio and oral presentation as well. So since our rubric has to be endorsed by in the program meeting, so there shouldn't be any issues at all to publish this online. Okay, right, Zul? Okay, so this is assignment submission. I use this one, this icon. This is very important that we use the correct icon because auditing purposes. And okay, this is video presentation that I need them to do. Remember, the 3rd assignment is video presentation, oral presentation. So this is where I was away actually. So I just create this thing for them in the flip grid. So I prepared this for them. They can go here or here and they just do the recording there through my ITEL. They don't have to go somewhere else and do the recording. Okay, that is why I say everything is going on in the ITEL. You can use your ITEL as the classroom. Okay? Right. So here is my topical quizzes. Then the last section is the module. Okay, so from down here, they are all my module. Module topic 1, topic 2. This is an example of the poster. You can use poster or infographic. Okay. So in using poster and infographic, please make sure that when we are providing additional reading material to our students, we tend to give them journal articles. We just upload journal article, 10 journal articles. We are so happy we have 10 journal articles and we just put them. That's why I said the downside. Do we realize that our students don't even understand how to read those charts, those tables? Alpha, Kobach lah, apalah, all those things. They don't even understand what are those. Okay, so we are wasting our time and it's not effective at all. Why not turn it into infographic? Why not turn it into posters? Okay, it won't take that much time. Right. So topic 2, I'd like to share with you my topic 3. Right. This is my digital content, learning digital content. So what we can find, go on, in this digital content, this is about half an hour to 45-minute preparation. Okay. Okay. So I have here related theories. So we have to understand that we have diversities. Students, our students are diversities. Some of them, just class them into two different groups. One prefer to read. One need to have notes, written text. If there is no written text, there is no class, there is no kuliah, there is no topic, the way of thinking. Another group is, I hate reading. Why do I have to read? So we cater these two groups of students. Because at the end of the day, we need them to have something. That is why we are here. That is why they are coming here. Right. So here we have, when the student click there, the site will bring them to the notes. All these things. Okay? So they can read. I'm satisfying that group who love reading so much, who cannot live without reading. Okay, done. Out. Go back here. Move. I also cater another group who hate reading.
Hi everybody, this is Professor Campbell. I just wanted to take a few minutes today to give you a brief overview of...
This is video. So I have all this video is equal to all the notes that they will have there. So I'm satisfying them because I need them to learn. I want them to learn. I am here to teach them. I care for them. Okay, right. So this is how we work in our ITEL. All right. So this is how we from PEP wish that it can be implemented in PPIB as well. Right. So what about those who are not here? Those who are from outside, I mean, the part-timers. So there are two ways. One, on the 17th, when is the 21st, 2017, 21st. Okay, on the 21st, there will be 5 representatives from PEP, from PPIB will go for the TOT course. So we will teach them more, and when they come back, this 5 person will be the mentor of 5 different groups. They have their own mentee, so they can work with you. So it's easier that way. We need to establish this mentor-mentee things in PPIB. All right, thank you so much. Is there any questions for me? Please, sir.
Why must have videos? Why we have videos? You have a notes journal section, and then you have YouTube section, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, why do I do that? Okay, the reason why I have videos, I have the same videos, I have the note, and then I give another them video. So as I have said, some of them hate reading. They don't want to read. They like to watch and listen, and they can just sit and watch and grab all the information. If we give them text, they will browse through, scan, and don't know what happens.
Yeah, but if they hate reading, what are they doing in higher education?
What are they
doing in higher education?
Exactly. We have to cater. They are human. We are human beings. We have 8 multiple intelligences with different domains. I am trying to cater any of those by putting them in 2 groups, 2 different groups. That is what we are, human beings. Okay? What are they doing in the university? Good question. What are we doing here? We are trying to cater their needs. Right. So next, I will move to Puan Salmi. This is Puan Salmi slide on substitute blended learning. The whole meaning of SBL, Pembelajaran Teradun Gantian, which will be implemented in the coming session, not coming semester, another session. So we are here to promote, to increase the awareness, and in much earlier, so much earlier before it is implemented, so that you won't say that we are too late informing you. Okay, a little bit on SBL. So you can find information here in our playbook Pembelajaran Teradun Gantian. Next. Okay, so how does this PTG come about? Why do we have to implement PTG in the first place? So to start with that, we are actually at the bricks. We cannot move anymore, at the wall. We cannot move anymore. We've been trying to not implement PTG for quite some time. Okay, so this is the time that we cannot move and we have to implement. Okay, it all started from 2014 and we have skipped one stage. You remember 1732, there is something in between that, but PEP decided to skip that one because we know that most of us here in UMS are not ready for that one. So we skip that stage. So now we move straight away to 40-40-20, ignoring that stage. So this is the stage. 40-35-20. We don't do this. Okay? We're supposed to have this. This is what we were doing. 1732. But we need to have this one. KPT has asked us, we have to answer to KPT. PEP has to answer to KPT saying that we are not ready to implement 5-40-35-20. Okay? But we are moving to 40-40-20 straight away and skip this part. So we are lucky enough here that we did not implement 5-40-35-20. Okay? So we are at PEP trying our very best to make this 40-40-20 as simple and as easy possible for lecturers and students alike. Okay, blended learning, when it comes to blended learning, there are two things here. What we've been doing in Smart UMS is just supportive. It's just to support our lesson. We cannot ganti. Okay? We cannot replace. It's just supportive. It's not substitute. Supportive means you cannot replace yourself in that 30% 1732 that what we have done all this while. That is what I say earlier. We did it wrong all this while in Smart UMS 3. But we don't boast about that, so we just keep quiet and forget about Smart UMS 3 and we move on. Now we do everything correct by this one. No in person. Okay? So we are doing it right now. Next. Next. Right, this is just like what I have mentioned earlier. Okay, so when it's come to the 3 credit hours of SLT, this is the conventional teaching and learning way, while this is the substitute blended learning way. Okay, this is what I have actually briefly explained just now. So we are not doing this one, but we are doing this one. Next. Okay, this is 130. I have, if we are going for 40%, this is the material that we need to do because we are taking 48 hours. If we are going for 50%, because UMS, I think most of the faculty in UMS, faculty and center in UMS, they stop at 50. They don't go until 79. Why 79, not 80? It's just by 1%, plus 1%, 0.1%. Why 79, not 80? Anybody knows why 79, not 80? Why we cannot 79%? Goodness, why not 80%? Kedekut. Why you are so kedekut 1%? Because 80% is ODL. we are not going for ODL. So we cannot go for 80%. We have to stop at 79%. The maximum that we can give you, 79.999%. You do the calculation. But if you go for 79%, you have to calculate this thing. And how many weeks? That is why we are not encouraging any faculty or pusat to go until, more than 50%. 50% is 7 weeks away. I'm sure that your dean are not happy with this. I'm sure that all deans in UMS are not happy with 7 weeks away. All the students are coming back to the campus and you are asking them to go online. They are complaining. Parents are busy and all those things. We are not going to cater that anymore. That is why 30%. We had enough problem answering all those questions to our students' parents. So that is why 30% is just nice for 4 weeks. Reasonable enough. Okay? Right. Next. This is 2 credit hours. If you are concerned with the calculation, for course with 2 credit hours, if your course has 2 credit hours, when you are implementing PTG, this is your calculation. Based on 40, 40, 20, we cannot run away from this one. This is 30%, 4 weeks, 40%, 5 to 6 weeks, 50%, 7 weeks. Okay? 16, 16, and 8. 10, 10, and 4. The same thing like what I have shown earlier. PTG1, PTG2. Remember that table? PTG1, PTG2, PTG3, and PTG4. So this is how it calculated. Alright? Okay. We will distribute this table when the PTG is implemented in the coming sessions. Please do. Next. This is 4 credit. Do you have 4 credit hours? Okay, skip. Okay, we even have 8 credit hours. You have 4 credit hours?
I don't know. Do we have 4 credit hours in PPIB?
You have 4 credit hours. Okay, go back Zul, 4 credit hours. Okay. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? 30%, 40%, or 50%? Okay. Okay. Yes. Don't go for this one. This one is mati, you know. 32. Although it's lovely. 7 weeks away. My goodness. Mind you, 32, 32, and 16 that you have to cater with. Right. So this is 4 credit hours, 160 hours SLT. Is it correct? Your SLT is 160 hours, yeah? Okay. So your SLT based on the 30% from 160 hours is 19 for your digital content, 19 for your TNL activity, and 10 for your assessment. Okay? Now it comes to the table 4, which I'm sure that you are not very happy with. Tak boleh. Balik tadi. Oh, klik yang bawah tu kan. Tengok assessment.
Oh, yang Excel kan?
Excel. Just bear with me another like 3 minutes. Okay. So this is the table 4, the new table 4 that you will get, that you will work on, that we will work on later next semester. Okay, look at this one. This is actually, if we are looking at this one, this is 48 SLT. When you work on the table 4 later on, the exact numbers, somehow the exact percentage cannot be, we cannot hit that exactly, like 19 or 20 or precisely 40 here. It has to be like 40.3, something blah blah blah, thing like that. So don't worry about that one. Okay? So as long as this one, as long as we got this 120 here, 48 here. So this calculation is it make me mad. Okay? But when it's come to this number, it will work its own automatically. it is self-generated, the numbers. So all we have to understand that if our course is 3 credit hours, it is 120 kan? 48 hours here. Blended learning dia ambil 48 hours. Atas ada ke Zul? Form. SRT summary. Yang 2 jam tu. Okay. Okay, here. Okay. Online technology mediated. Okay. 2 hours. 4 dekat sana. Okay. So, you don't have to worry about this one because this one will be explained by Dr. Raziv when the time comes, because I don't want to go more deep into this one because it's not under my jurisdiction. I might say something wrong here because this is directly academic and PPKA. Okay, so what we are here is to show you how your table 4 will look like when the PTG is implemented. All right. Okay, you will have the in-house training with your Timbalan Dekan AA later. Okay, right. I hope that is settled for this part. Is there any question? If you ask me about table 4, I cannot answer you. I'm sorry about that one. Yes, Dr. Wendy. Yes. We can import the whole thing from your smart to ITEL, but you have to do it you need to log in your smart, of course. And at the same time, you also need to log into your ITEL. So you log in 2 times. Zul, boleh tunjuk ke Zul? We might need another 5 minutes for that. Is it okay, everyone?
And also embedding Microsoft Teams.
Embedding. All right. Don't worry. Okay, Zul, boleh tunjuk Zul? There are 7 easy steps. First step is just you log into your smart UMS3 as usual. And then next step is go to your course and backup. Maybe I will how do we do this easy? Maybe I pass it to Eugenia and Eugenia can pass it to everyone. The whole step by step is much easier. You can just follow that step by step.
Roadshow items because they have the link.
Yes, because you are coming to but some of them probably need to do it fast, so I just pass it to you. Okay? All right. So thank you so much from PEP, and I hope that this is just a roadshow. Okay. So an introduction to what is going on that we will doing next semester and next session. So thank you for having us here this morning, and thank you Timbalan Dekan, Academic and Antarabangsa, and penyelaras and all colleagues. Thank you.